Hello, boys, girls, and all you people in between. Here we are today, tonight. We're going to do a tier list on all the Battlebots 2021 competitors. Joining with me on this hot ride is Blaze and Stealth. How you boys doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So yeah, basically we just decided to go down the roster, make a tier list of these robots. So yeah, let's get into the nitty gritty of it. Uh, so yeah, our tiers are pretty basic. We got the S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, F tier, and bounty only tier. So that means Big Deal goes to bounty only tier automatically. So yeah, we start off our tier list with a Black Dragon who ended the season in the round of 16, lost to Hydra, won a fight in the round of 32 to Mad Catter, and it went 2-1 in the regular season against. It beat Ice Wave and Claw Viper, then lost to Rotator. So,
Yeah, beat Claw Viper again.
so yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this robot?
I I I think I would put it in A tier, but I could honestly see it dropping down to B tier. It's a very low A tier for me.
Yeah, I agree that it's on a bit of the bottom side of A tier, but I think it can still make it there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts?
my opinion on Black Dragon is while the team does have a good driver and a good reliability, it the weapon just doesn't seem as impressive as like most fruits in the field. Like we're in a competition where we got like Cobalt, Copperhead, Deep Six even, like
Well, yeah, but the
Endgame.
thing, isn't Black Dragon more designed to control its opponents rather than
Yeah, but the weird thing about
like,
that is
get damage?
even when it comes to control, it doesn't do like the greatest. Well, even in my opinion, Black Dragon probably should have like beaten Hydra because Hydra was just crab walking the fight. But like, I feel like
True.
I'd probably give it a B tier probably because the driving's there. They're durable. Their low ground is decent. It's not as good as compared to other bots low ground such as like Endgame or even Copperhead. So I'd probably say B tier for me.
Yeah, I understand that.
So are we putting this thing at A or B?
Let's put it as a high B.
Okay. Alright. So next bot we got was a bot that was pretty hyped after people saw its new design. We had Blacksmith in this, and yeah,
Oh,
Blacksmith
okay.
Blacksmith was really hyped since it featured a hammer saw going into this, and then it went 1-2, losing to Malice and Shatter and winning to free shipping. Although, in my opinion, it should have lost that decision. So
Yeah, Blacksmith was kind of a disappointment this year.
yeah,
Um, okay, I would put it in. It was a disappointment, but pretty much all of the fights that it had were entertaining. So,
as
especially that free shipping fight, 10 out of 10.
stealth, what do you got?
Uh, I don't know. I didn't see a whole lot of fights for that one. I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah. So Blaze, are you thinking like C or something?
Yeah, I would say put it in C tier.
For me,
Uh,
for me, I'd probably give Blacksmith also a C tier. I feel like they were able to put up good fights, but like their weapon just wasn't there for most of the fight. But
yeah.
they they're probably just like in the middle, not the best, not the worst, just very average all around.
Speaking of disappointments,
Oh God, here we go. Oh
Oh
no.
man.
Oh, Blade, also known as Orby Blade, also known as the Tombstone of King of Bots, was
sucks.
was one of, if not the most hyped newcomer to go into BattleBots this year.
I think the only bot that could compete is probably what we're talking about next.
Yeah, and even then, that's just like a second team for a robot.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
so yeah, it was just like a disappointing season for Blip, man. 1-2, lost to Scorpio
You mean
Sim.
Blade?
Yeah, Blade lost to Scorpio Sim. Uh, Scorp-
Lucky.
yeah, Lucky, Scorpio Sim, Lucky, and then but it got an impressive win against Dragon Slayer, and we do know that Orby Blade and Kraken are going to fight at some point, so that should be a fun match. But yeah, so far it's 1-2 on the season. What do you guys have on it?
Honestly, put it in. It might have had success in King of Bots, but it was terrible this year. I would put him in D tier because it did get a win, but that win was against Dragon Slayer, and that's not saying much.
Yeah.
I put it in D tier as well. It didn't do great.
I feel like Orby Blade is definitely a huge example of what would happen if, like, BattleBots is the ultimate combat robotics sport. Like, if you do well in like
Competition, not sport.
yeah, competition. If you do well in Robot Wars or King of Bots, it doesn't automatically mean you're gonna do good at in BattleBots. Like, look at Cobalt in 2016. Got it lost a bombshell. It went 1-1.
Okay, but okay,
And then Orby, we see it now here going one
but
and two.
okay, Civ. But in that bombshell fight, if I think if they went weapon to weapon or something like that, I think
Yeah,
bombshell would have lost.
that is true, but they were also getting flung around by Overhaul a couple times.
Yeah, honest. If that fight went to a decision, Overhaul would definitely have won that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'd probably say low C for this one, but the tribe has spoken and we're going D for this one.
I'm already gonna say my opinion. Blip should be an A tier. Probably the best rookie of the year, rookie of the season.
Yeah, it did. It did good, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, Blip went one of the only 4 bots to go 3-0 this season, although there were multiple bots till it technically ended their season unbeaten, but Blip was one of the only bots to end their season unbeaten, full 3 fights. And then it went into the quarterfinals and proved that it is not the superior football robot and lost to Hydra. But there's no real shame in that, as Hydra was doing really well at that point.
Yeah.
So, personally, I do agree. Blip is definitely an A tier robot. My only problem with it is that it's gyro. It gyros at times, but it's not even that big of a gyro. Like, it was only big in like what, the overhaul fight. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, an overhaul is kind of bad and can't really take advantage of that. But
Yeah,
if it fought a bot that could take advantage of that, like let's say Endgame or someone like that, that
yeah,
could cause a problem for them. But even then, and Blip, the only reason why Blip lost is because he got stuck, right, with the magnets, if I
yeah,
remember right.
yeah. They got their magnets got caught on the side of um, shelf, so they couldn't
Yeah.
get out of there. So yeah, I could definitely see your case there. So Blip at A tier, and now we have Bloodsport. Previous season went 3-0, got the 2 seed. Now it's two. It went 2-2 in the season.
Oh,
Lost to Minotaur and Whiplash. What beat Claw Viper in a very close judge's decision and beat Sub Zero. So yeah, what are your guys' opinions on Bloodsport?
he fell off, man. Bloodsport was really good last season.
Yeah, it did definitely did better last season. This season.
Yeah. I mean, considering the fact that Bloodsport went undefeated last season, got the number 2 seed, lost to Tantrum, but there's no like at the time there was a little bit of shame in losing to Tantrum, but Tantrum then made the semis,
Yeah,
so and then but I would put it in I I would put him in same place we put Black Dragon, B tier, high B tier.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was definitely a disappointing season for Bloodsport this year, but then again, they were packed in with a couple higher quality opponents, in my opinion. I mean, Bloodsport got the runner up. They got two runner ups actually, and Sub Zero. So yeah, it was definitely a tougher schedule than what we saw. As two of their fights were to Kronos and Gruff. We weren't the toughest of competition, but yeah, I'd say Bloodsport's still a fierce spinner, but it definitely did fall off a bit this year. So yeah, B tier for Bloodsport. And now we go on to a very big glow up spot, Captain Shrederator. Man,
That
did
I
any
agree.
did
He,
anyone ever think Captain Shrederator was gonna end its regular season on a positive record?
I didn't think that he was gonna. I'm surprised. Okay, I'm surprised that he even got a win. Period. I'm surprised he got a win last season.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I wasn't very confident in it.
But still, he did beat Tombstone, which is definitely one of the, which is his best win. Period. Um, I would say put Captain Shrederator in a low B tier.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
B tier suits it.
I'd probably agree with that too. As last season in the 2020 season, Captain Shrederator did show definitely a bit of potential. It didn't like kill itself ever. It kind of just got knocked out for. It only got knocked out once in 2020 season, didn't it?
Yeah, to
Lockjaw.
Lockjaw, and he
Hmm.
got what, one of his teeth got stuck in the screws or something like that.
Yeah, I got like screwed.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, definitely a big well for the season. Hopefully, we'll see Captain Shredder in the bounties where hopefully can beat some more robots. But yeah,
Okay, I
we
think I think Captain Shrederator deserves a bounty, in my opinion.
I could see the argument there because yeah, Captain Shredder it was a really big name back then, and it still is.
Hmm.
But yeah, now we got Claw Viper, which a lot of people, including me, feel they were snubbed at the top 32 playing spot. But yeah, Claw Viper went 1 and 2 in the season, beating, pardon my French, but losing to Black Dragon and Bloodsport. So yeah, what are your guys' opinion on Claw Viper?
I like Claw Viper. But you're right. I also agree that they got snubbed at the top 32. I could see the argument there. Um, but I think uh, one of the um, um, I think that they definitely improved from last season. I would put them maybe like little same place you put Captain Shrederator.
Lovey.
They, they did lose. They didn't end with a losing record, but they had Black Dragon and Bloodsport bots that were ranked top. Both bots were ranked in the top 8. So, okay.
Yeah, I think it's a good buy. Made some improvements from last season, but yeah, I'd have to agree with Blaze.
Yeah, personally, it did make improvements, and hopefully we see Claw Viper again next season. As yeah, we don't have enough grappler bots in this competition,
Yeah.
in my opinion, and the ones we do have don't perform the greatest. So hopefully Claw Viper will come back this season. Maybe it'll be the P1 of next season. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. For now, it sticks at a low B tier.
We get the yes,
And now we have Redemption Arc for
redemption arc.
Cobalt. Cobalt was an absolute monster this season once they acquired Matt Maxim. Went 2-1, made it all the way to the quarterfinals, beating big names such as Whiplash and Yeti, as well as creating two massive explosions in its whims. So, yeah, what are your guys' opinion on Cobalt? As it was definitely an improvement from its last season.
Okay.
Yeah, I went kind of insane.
I'm trying to remember. Has Cobalt won the giant? Okay.
No.
Did Cobalt win the most destructive award in?
Yeah, won the most destructive in 2019. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say if he didn't win that, I would be kind of upset if he didn't get it.
Yeah, it went crazy.
Yeah.
I think that Cobalt definitely improved. I think honestly the if I don't think it, I think if Matt Maxim wasn't driving, I don't think that they would have done as well as they did. I would put him in probably same place you put Blip in the A tier.
Yeah, definitely an A tier bot.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Matt Maxim definitely was a big factor in Cobalt making a deep run this season, and yeah, I definitely would agree with Cobalt being an A tier. And yeah, next up,
Okay, I have a question that I'm kind of curious.
what's up?
Okay, so if Cobalt win the nut, would team like the Gigabyte team get to keep the nut, or do they have to send it to England?
I think it would probably go to keep the Robotic Death Company would probably keep it as the Sam and uh, Sam Molds and other guy didn't weren't like helping like configure the robot up that season. So I'd probably say that Team Gigabyte would probably keep that.
Okay, I have another question with pardon my French. The same thing. Would the people on the French keep it, or would the people that are Canadian keep it?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I
That is,
just
if pardon my French ever wins the nut.
that is true. We got a long way to go there. Uh, but yeah, next up we got Copperhead, who yeah,
A tier,
just like that, huh? A tier.
just like that. A tier,
Yeah.
or I could high A tier or low S tier. Copperhead is really good.
I don't know if it quite makes it to S tier.
I
Yeah. Here's the thing: Copperhead was really destructive at the beginning. You know, destroyed, it absolutely goofed Lockjaw and Fusion and Lucky. And I think the thing that makes Copperhead good amongst most of the other competitors is that there's a lot of bots who like destroy their opponent and but don't really like do much at the second half. Like it's just like, oh, we're gonna absolutely demolish the opponent at the first half, and then our weapons kind of gonna get like not as destructive in the second half. I feel like Copperhead is definitely regained some consistency with its weapon. It just like chips away and chews at you until you break down, and you go to the judges with Copperhead. I definitely agree.
yeah,
I definitely think that Copperhead is an A tier robot. Unfortunately, what the real shame of it is what went down with Witch Doctor, because I'm pretty
yeah,
sure it was like just a
Mm,
bit of debris getting caught up in their motor that just sealed the deal for them at the end of that fight. And
yeah.
that was a great fight though. That flip from Witch Doctor.
yeah, but yeah, I think we could have seen a real different giant note winner if Copperhead did beat Witch Doctor.
Yeah, then Copperhead would fight Minotaur, and I think that Copperhead mm, mm, would Copperhead beat Minotaur?
I'd probably throw my bet in on Copperhead.
Okay, but then would Copperhead be able to
What was that?
would Copperhead beat Sawblaze?
I'd probably bet Copperhead on that one too. Although to be fair, I'm petty and I always predict a Vert to beat Sawblaze always.
Well,
Uh,
okay, but except like a vert like Rampage, you wouldn't predict that to beat Sawblaze, right?
uh, what if I told you I would do that? Look, man, I'm either all in or I'm not in at all. It's got to be one. Yeah. So Copperhead goes A tier, but now we go on to my good pal Pori's predicted runner-up. Look how well that went for him. Didn't even finish its season. Went 0-2. Good job, Pori. Good call, man.
Good job, Corey. Okay, but
Nice job.
it had two bots that are really good.
Hear me out on this, guys. We should give Deadlift F just to spite Pori.
I'm down.
I agree.
Alright.
I mean, I was gonna say put it in an F anyways. It had a terrible record.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Oh boy.
Next up, we got Deep Six, who... Yeah, it kind of did what I thought Deep Six would do, except for its second fight, where, in my opinion, it definitely showed a huge flaw in the Battlebots arena that wasn't just the shelf, which was...
Okay, yeah. If the kill saws were normal, like the same ways that they were last season, Deep Six, there would not be a problem with Deep Six. Deep Six would probably have been 2-1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean-
actually, no. I think it would turn out the same, just not as controversial.
Smee did clip a wheel in the Deep Six fight before it got, like, killsawed, but I definitely think Deep Six would definitely put up more of a fight in that if it didn't
Well,
get
yeah, I
killsawed.
couldn't put up a fight at all.
Yeah. Personally, for me, I'd say Deep Six is either a high D or a low C. Well, what do you guys have?
I would put it in a high D.
Yeah. I wouldn't quite put it at C.
Right. Deep Six is a D, so yeah. Now, then we go on to Whiplash's little brother, Defender, where Defender.
Okay, now I'm curious. Who's the younger brother between the two brothers?
Jason Vasquez.
Jason? Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So I think so. Don't quote me on that.
I'm gonna quote you on that.
Okay. But yeah, Defender had a rookie season, I guess. It went 2-1 and then lost to Hydra and lost to Ribot and then beat Riptide and beat Retrograde. So it definitely had what most rookie bots usually get in their season.
Yeah, it has-
A 0.500 record.
I would put it in like C tier. It did solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It has potential. Yeah, probably C tier.
Don't have it in the qualifying like the play-in matches. Jinks should have been in its place, but I
Ooh,
digress.
that's a big hot take there.
No, Jinx's record had one win.
Oh wait, are we saying that Hijinks should have lost to Kraken?
No, I'm saying like the entire strength of schedule was one win, and it's a win.
Holy shit, that's true.
Yeah, and the only win it had was Mammoth, who beat him.
Oh god, that is true.
So
Although
therefore,
hear me out, a Valkyrie should have been in the play-in.
I could see that, but Valkyrie's a bigger name,
That's fair.
and it did have two, and it didn't lose to a 2-1 bot. So whereas Hijinks lost to a 1-2 Mammoth.
Yeah. So next up we go to this thing. This
I'm disappointed. Black Dragon and Dragon Slayer didn't fight.
Yeah. Yeah, but they had to fight Minotaur of all bots.
Wrong Brazilian bot.
We'll give the bot that went 0-1 a pretty easy fight. Thanks, Battlebots.
Yeah, give me fights. Yay, my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love him, man. Gotta love him. But yeah, Dragon Slayer went 1-2, lost to Minotaur and Blade, but got a win over my least favorite robot in the entire competition. So, yeah,
we're gonna talk about him next.
What's your opinion on Dragon Slayer?
I would say put him in D tier. He did not do that well.
Yeah, I'd say D. Maybe.
I
I don't know if I go quite down to F. Yeah, probably D tier is good.
Yeah,
Ye-
it at least worked, is the thing. We'll give
Yeah.
them that. It worked. Uh, okay, so now we go to Endgame, who uh,
I'm not even gonna argue with that.
I think we all agree Duck is F.
I agree. Duck is F. Duck did terrible this year.
Duck did god awful, and I
If
love
okay,
it.
if Duck had like the original the plan that they were going to use in the 2020 season before they dropped out, I think they would have done better than what
Yeah, probably.
because it doesn't have its wedge. It doesn't have the wedge.
I feel like it would have went 1 and 2 if it went with its 2020 design. I feel like
Yeah.
Witch Doctor and Riptide would probably have still beaten it, but it probably would have beaten Dragon Slayer. But
Mm.
Yes, Dragon Slayers, I think the only bot to have a fight in back-to-back episodes that isn't the main event.
Hmm.
Sawblaze. Chomp.
Subway? Well, okay.
Sawblaze and
But
Chomp. Chomp.
but those were Chomp?
Yeah, Chomp fought Warrior Clan and then Overhaul back to back.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Subway had but the Subways
Sawblaze
fight
had
were
Sawblaze
recorded
had Sawblaze
different times.
Yeah, in 2018 Sawblaze had Reality and Mohawk back to back.
It had Reality and Mohawk back to back?
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna say something like it had Bronco and then Endgame back to back.
Hmm.
Well wasn't the USA versus World thing like
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
during
say.
postseason? Yeah.
Yeah, I think was it recorded during the tournament or was it after the tournament? I don't know.
I think it was like in the quarterfinals.
Well, yeah, because Subways was competing in it. Um, okay, but speaking of Endgame,
Yeah. Former champ went 3-0,
I would give him S tier.
one seed S tier, took out
S tier.
took out
Yeah, definitely.
Scorpios. Absolutely bodied the competition, lost a fairly close decision to Minotaur. I definitely agree, S tier all the way. Then we got free shipping, you know. It's kind of sad that it went 0-3, but you know, when you fight two extremely destructive robots and then a blacksmith, you
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
yeah.
But even then,
I'd say I personally I'd say free shipping is the best 0-3 bot this season.
oh yeah, yes, definitely. Who's
I think other 0-3 bots we had a Duck, let's see.
Lockjaw, Kraken?
Oh wait, no, I'd probably say Lockjaw over free shipping. Probably.
What free shipping second?
Yeah, Lockjaw first, free shipping second. Yeah. I'd probably say free shipping is a D in my opinion. What do you guys have?
I would say free shipping's a D.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Oh boy.
now we have Fusion, a bot who was really hyped in its first fight, and then oh god, it had the worst main event ever.
We
Literally
don't
went
talk about that.
Yeah, we do not speak of this.
literally went from the most amazing win, most shocking win so far in the season, and then had the worst loss ever.
This is why I think Wish Doctor and Ice Wave should have fought in the main event.
That's true.
Yes,
That's true.
definitely a letdown.
That would have been a great main event.
Yeah, it would have. Because yeah, Icewave, both those bots have been competing since 2015, and yeah, they've usually done well in all their seasons. But yeah, personally, I'd say Fusion is like a low C or a high D in my opinion.
I agree with that. It did beat Cobalt, which
Yeah, that's definitely a huge thing to brag about.
Yeah, I'd put it C tier then probably.
Yeah,
yeah.
The lower C.
Can we just put Ghost Raptor in F?
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I definitely say it's the better of the Fs we have so far. I definitely think it is probably better than Deadlift and Duck.
Well, especially after the Cobalt fight, it's definitely the better of those two.
Yeah, nevertheless, still an F tier.
I mean, I put up a poll on Facebook on who would win between Ghost Raptor after the Cobalt fight and Grabot, and most people said Ghost Raptor after the Cobalt fight. So
Well, yeah, because Brabot can't do anything.
True. Speaking of Grabot, we have the bot that the bot Mantine was afraid of for when it fought Grabot, Gigabyte.
Wait, wait, are you serious?
Yep, Mantine was afraid of Grabot.
Interesting.
How?
I don't know. I don't know.
And I guess he could
Should
just
we
do his
should we
thing,
get him a
right?
therapist if Grabot comes back?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good call. But yeah, Gigabyte went 2-1 in the season, took a devastating loss to Uppercut in his first fight then. Came back, got a okay win against Shrederator, beat the shit out of Smee, and then got rolled by Tantrum. So, what do you guys got on Giggy?
Um,
Mm,
I'm struggling to decide between low A and high B.
I'd probably.
I want to put it B. I think it was a little too. I think that it wouldn't make it the A tier yet.
Well, okay,
If it
but
maybe performed a
it
little bit better, it would have gone to A.
Yeah,
who was it? Beats me.
beat Shrederator.
Beat Shrederator, but that was a great matchup against Shrederator though.
Yeah, Shrederator. I'd say Shrederator was winning most of those exchanges.
And then that Tantrum fight,
That was a good fight for Gigabyte, though. I'll
yes,
give him
Yeah,
that.
that was nice.
I personally think that Gigabyte was robbed in the decision because Tantrum was. I'm trying to remember because I didn't see that. I haven't seen that since like when it first aired. But if I remember right, Tantrum wasn't moving that well for about half the match, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't
Whereas
really
Gigabyte
doing too good.
was moving really well,
I mean,
especially after it lost those forks.
yeah. I'd personally say B tier if I'm being honest. Because, to be fair, the Captain Shrederator one wasn't like the greatest win, and Smee is Smee.
It's me.
Shmeh.
It's me.
Yeah. Alright, but then we got Glitch 3-0. Technically still unbeaten so far.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good
it's
one.
very sad that they didn't get enough time to repair in time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
3-0 took out Ghost Raptor, Kraken, and Hydra. So yeah, that's an impressive 3-0
I
record.
predicted Glitch to beat Hydra.
Nice.
I didn't.
My reasoning was frick Hydra.
I
That's true. I should have went with that just for that
mean,
reason alone.
that's solid reasoning.
Yeah, I gotta respect it, man.
And okay, but my actual reasoning is that I remembered that there was a picture of Glitch hitting Hydra into the air, but I couldn't find it. But I thought that there was, and there was.
Hmm.
So always trust your instincts, except if they're bad. Like, if you have Civ's instincts, don't trust them.
Oh,
What's that supposed to mean?
it's very wise.
What's that supposed to mean, Blaze?
Oh wait. I mean, except if you have Cap's instincts.
Don't trust them. Exactly.
Except if you have a fear of a certain bot.
Yeah. If you're afraid of Grabot, don't trust Mantine's instincts. That's not a good call, man. Yeah. What tier do you guys think it should be?
Oh, I think right now it is technically undefeated.
That
What
is
repairs
true.
did they have to make again that they weren't doing, or do we know?
What?
What repairs did they not have time for?
I believe it was a internals for their drive.
Okay,
Hmm.
I think I would put him in B tier, but that's only because he went undefeated against bots that didn't really prove themselves. Wait,
Yeah.
well, I mean, but Hydra, he won't beat Hydra, which is definitely good, but he still needs like that, like 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 another proven match because right after they
Yeah.
gave him Kraken.
Yeah, who also, according to Spin, where he got info from a Facebook post that Kraken posted, is that Kraken actually had to like Frankenstein the entire robot together. Like that, the robot was not in one piece after the hijinks and rotator fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Huh.
like, so like Kraken in realistic like wasn't even at like even close to 100% in that fight.
Hmm.
So yeah, I personally agree. I definitely think Glitch is a B robot. Stealth, what's your call?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with B as well. If it had another like good fight, I'd put it in A, but
And then now we got Gruff here, who went 1 and 2, beating the bot Spin likes to simp for no reason, and then lost to Hydra and Cobalt. So yeah, definitely rough season for Gruff again. Went 1 and 2 again. Yeah, just not working out the way they want him to. What do you guys have on it?
um, I'm not really sure.
Personally, in my opinion, I'd say it's a D tier robot. I don't think it wasn't really like even in 2020, in my opinion, it wasn't even that good. Like it didn't even its bounty performance was okay, but it wasn't like great like the other bounty
Yeah, it
winners. Like
wasn't amazing.
yeah, so
Yeah.
like personally, I'd say D tier because it
Yeah.
wasn't it wasn't doing. I'd say probably like a high D tier because it wasn't like nothing was like wrong about it. I just don't think it's like good in this like field. Like I don't
Yeah,
think a
it's like
bot I don't think a bot like Gruff can do well in this field, in my opinion.
yeah, it's like yeah, it's just not there yet.
Yeah. It, yeah. So do you guys agree on D?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Now we got hijinks here. Went 2-1, lost to Mammoth, and then beat Kraken and Kraken and Sub-Zero, beat Sub-Zero. And then it lost to Sawblaze in the round of 32, so yeah, definitely kind of a same situation Hijinks had, as it literally had the same thing that happened to it across the entire season. It went 2-1, made
Yep.
the was the 29 seed, and then lost in the round of 32.
Mm-hmm.
And it lost its first fight and then won its second and third fight. So pretty much
Yeah.
same story all around for Hijinks. So what do you guys have on it?
Hijinks probably the worst spot that made the round of 32. Definitely worse than Ice Wave, who somehow was a lower seed. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
To be
Some
To be fair, Ice Wave was in the worst main event of all time, so.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that probably had something to do with it.
Okay, but that main event wasn't that hyped up, and I feel like
That's fair.
like that endgame and the endgame Hydra match and the endgame Subways match were disappointments.
That's true.
I think you could make a GIF because I'm not gonna pronounce it because I don't care. Of okay, so that's interesting.
Of what?
Huh. So apparently there's a
drugs,
on
gangs, human trafficking. Arizona's Attorney General
What the
calls it
fuck?
an invasion. Yet Karen Taylor Robeson
we have to
voted
do-
with Democrats.
Just like
Jesus Christ, Tearmaker like literally threw a ad at me.
what? Okay,
Literally,
we're talking about hiding, right?
it threw a political ad at me. Dear God,
Oh no.
No.
save me. Yeah, we're
Please-
talking. Yeah,
please
we're talking about hijinks right now. What tier should we put this thing at?
D. it worst spot in round 32.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm,
I'd personally give it a C, if I'm being honest, because...
Okay, but it beat Sub-Zero and Kraken.
So did Bloodsport? Wait, no, Bloodsport only beats Sub-Zero.
Yeah, but the thing is that Bloodsport also had a better loss as well.
That's true.
And Jinks lost to Mammoth. I like Mammoth, but even I am willing to say that Mammoth is not very good.
huh. Well, as the tiebreaker, I guess. I don't know, Blaze. I don't think that it's as bad as you're making it out to be, though. I have to go see.
Stealth.
Personally,
What?
Buddy. Hijinks had one win in like its strength of schedule.
but okay,
And that win was against himself.
but we also have to think about, like, the performance in your wins, like how you win and how you lose. Like,
Exactly.
look at Ice Wave's performances. It got bodied by Black Dragon. It kind of just gave out lukewarm hits to deadlift, and then against Fusion kind of just like died.
Fusion pulled a fusion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ice Wave should be like 1-1-1 right now. Let's be real here. That's like a no contest right there. That's a
Yeah.
double loss.
But Hijinks did very okay. It could be argued that Kraken beat Hijinks.
That is true. That's true.
I don't remember. I don't think I saw the Sub-Zero fight.
I don't remember most of it. All I know is that like Sub-Zero started out strong, but then like got bodied or something.
Yeah, but Sub-Zero wasn't that good this year.
Yeah,
Gosh, you guys are making this hard for me to decide.
Yeah.
I
And then its loss against Mammoth.
Okay, fine. I guess we can put it in D tier then.
I'm still happy that I went with my gut and picked Mammoth for that fight.
Oh yeah, me too. Fuck Jinx. I didn't want to. I'm pretty sure I predicted it to lose every single fight, and I was right.
I think I also predicted to lose every single fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you said. Trust your instincts unless they're bad.
You trust your instincts unless you're Cap.
Yep. Next up, we got Huge, who went 2-2 this season. Beat Retrograde and Switchback, and then took a fat L to Riptide and Uppercut.
Was that even really like a fat L? Because if he got unstuck, I think he would have won because Riptide's weapon died.
That's true.
I would say this is tough because there's two. Because it's between it's like Gigabyte. It's between B and A.
Yeah, I don't know on that one.
I'd probably say B if I'm being honest. Like, I feel like this season.
If you're being honest.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, Huge showed a big weakness this season in terms of bots that are able to hit its frame. As like, it fought two bots able to fight its frame and Switchback and Uppercut, and yeah, definitely like.
Uppercut. That hit that he gave Uppercut though. Or was it Uppercut that gave him the hit? I don't remember, but that hit really, really nice.
So I'd say B overall. It kind of just had a huge season. I feel like
Was the pun intended?
Yeah, it was pretty mid.
Yeah, it had a huge mid season. I feel like Huge will stay at B forever, and it'll never go to A ever.
Yeah,
Unless
stuck there for all eternity.
I hope that it overcomes the curse of never making it out of the first round of the tournament.
Let's keep it real. If Huge didn't fight Whiplash. If Huge got to fight like Valkyrie or something in the top 32, Huge would have won. It would have made round of 16. It would have been me.
Would have fought you?
Yeah. I would have fought Whiplash, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we got probably the most complicated robot to talk about here.
Oh
This-
boy.
This
This
is
No.
this will be fun.
this is such a tough robot to call because Jesus Christ, this thing goes 1 and 2. Shouldn't have even been a plan. Goes all the way to the semis. Debatably should have won the semifinals fight. This thing is so inconsistent. I feel like Jake, you were designed it to be inconsistent.
Yeah, for that inconsistency, I'd put it in a lower tier then, because usually if you want it to be consistent.
Yeah. I feel like consistency is key, and even in some of its wins, like, it wasn't that great. Like, Gruff, for example, that thing was nowhere near full power. Like, Hydra was at, like, 50% in that fight, and, like...
Yeah.
But Gruff can't really. What's a lifter gonna do to a bot that I can't get underneath?
Exactly, and, like, let's be honest here. 2 of its regular season fights that weren't endgame, they thought that, they put those matchups in mind that Hydra would win that, and Hydra didn't even win both of them.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go B?
I put so if I put the new meat in chat, because this is gonna die in less than 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, okay.
Alright.
We want to